Здравствуйте, привет. Welcome to Sanatani Swarajya Sena. Ukraine and Russia, once a big family of small and a big brothers and sister. The love between them was unconditional. Both settled down themselves after an USSR property distribution. Now, rival. The reason? By just just by coming under other countries' influences. So I have a question to ask you all. Don't we have a family roots much before, even much before USSR? Don't we know our ancestors lived on the same land? And now, why this so much hate? I ask you all, why we have this so much hate? They have lived peacefully, we have lived peacefully, and now suddenly this anger, what has triggered? This is me speaking Sanatani to you all through this video, and I want you all to just listen to me once. This is your small brother speaking to you, to the people of Ukraine and the people of Russia. So let's start the message. My beloved brothers and sisters of Ukraine and Russia, this is Sanatani speaking to you. Please listen. A small brother speaking to you. Just listen. I'm not here to lecture you both. All I'm asking you to just listen to me once. I ask you all, what has happened to you two? Weren't we family? I can't see my own brothers and sisters coming under foreign influences and killing each other. I request you all to please stop. I beg you. I can't see you two fighting. Please stop this nonsense. How can you kill your own brothers and sisters? Don't do that. We don't do that in our family. Understand. If you won't understand, then who will? I feel guilty and ashamed. My brothers and sisters are behaving like a stupid people just because coming under a third party country or a party or a country influence. This third party country is all he's doing is to gain his or her motto on a rivalry, and they are just using you. I'll start with Russia so that my Ukrainian brothers and sisters will understand the threat that Russia is facing when it comes to its territory or integrity. Dear Putin sir, I hope you are doing good. Dear Putin sir, just because we Sanatani loves you, that doesn't mean that we will be standing with you on your wrongdoings. I didn't expect you to behave like this. You have so much knowledge and so much talent, yet you choose to shed your own brother's blood, and you are hungry for that? I mean, what kind of a world that you are living in? I understand you have a big security concern towards your own country. I understand as a road to your bread and butter area, which is located in a southern part, will get out from your hand, just like Germany and the NATO forces has used their army in a world war in order to get through you through old Poland and Ukrainian route. As Ukrainian land, it is the easiest ways to block you as compared to Moscow. I completely understand that Moscow is heavily guarded. I understand that your country's security concern is your top priority. I also know the easiest way foreign army can get to you or attack you is through Ukraine flag plateau, a big border from where they can easily choke you and break away your territory just to satisfy their ultimate goal. I also understand that Ukraine being the only country route We shares a large border with you and make you an easy target because of course you will retaliate. I have no doubt about it. But that's altogether a different story. Your economical activity will shut down. I completely understand. These people have already put a sanctions over you. Here Russia and other countries, we Sanatani knows what you all doing and did in a Ukraine election since 2010 in order to keep Ukraine and in each other influences. And you both had sent spies to get a ruling government in your country favor. Do you really think that we don't know how much money that you and other countries have poured to get Ukraine in each other influence? Fake protest, spies, fake news, government employees, money, and what not. You both didn't stop on this. You going ahead two step and made a militant stand, supplied ammunition, proxy war, and the result is my own brothers and sister is blood falling for no reason. I cannot stand and see all these things and sit quietly. We know about your natural gas pipeline concern. We know your economically activity along with the complete dependency on Ukraine makes you weak. That's the reason you have given a nod to pipeline. We know, sir, we know. Don't fool us. But that doesn't give you a right what you are doing in the shadow of militants. We know your annex of Crimea. We know why you did that. First, your strategic location, access to the Black Sea, Mediterranean Sea, blanks. After that, second point, Black Sea fleet of your navy. After that, transport all weather ports which you have only one. I understand that part, but that doesn't mean, sir, encircling NATO and EU as your sea route was in danger to Asia and Middle East. I understand Ukraine was moving towards NATO. We all know your rivalry with NATO, right, sir? You have fed so much negativity into the people of Luhansk, Donetsk, Kharkiv, and Odessa, and now Crimea, that those innocent people has betrayed their own country just to gain what? Just to gain nothing. Look at them. They don't even have a water to drink. They don't even have a proper access. Look what has done to them. Just to gain your power in a Black Sea. I understand that part. From a Ukraine point of view, I guess Ukrainian people didn't understand it. But that doesn't mean that you will kill your own brothers and sisters. That doesn't mean that you will spoil their bloods just to gain your country's satisfaction. Where is the love for your own family? I understand we have differences. I understand we have a differences, but that doesn't give you a right of a blood shred. Now, before coming on to my Ukrainian brothers and sisters, I know what has happened to you during Stalin regime. We Bharat has gone through the same pain. Even our soul shivers. If you think about that pain, who else will understand better than us? Those atrocities, those cruelty. I mean, I can't even think about the pain, but I can only feel that thing. But that era has done the same thing all over to USSR. So I will not touch that topic. Let's be in the present. Learn from the history, not to repeat itself. We know this quote, right? Have we ever acted on it? Now the brothers and sisters of Ukraine, I hope I have given you enough pointers from Russian point of view why his aggression is going that strong again and again on you. Now, the brothers and sisters of Ukraine, how are you? I hope you are doing pretty good. Are you also naive that you are letting third country using you to gain their ultimate goals? I mean, allowing other countries' army to land a foot on your land in order to fight with your own brothers. Why? I mean, why? Why this so much? Don't you all see other countries influencing timelines? Or do I need to remind you all? Look at the timeline. 1991 to 2003, both Russia and Ukraine were behaving like a responsible family. Right? But then, slowly, Poland stepped into the picture and pitched Ukraine to become a part of a EU and simultaneously NATO by providing you a number of benefits. And those benefits, which benefits you are talking about? The same benefits can be achieved by signing a different agreements with NATO and EU without joining them. That process is slow. It's steady, but it takes time. It doesn't have any reciprocals, but yet you choose to run fast track. And fast track comes with the quote, speed thrills, but it kills. I will jump on to the straight in 2010 election, which was a triggering point of Cold War between Russia, NATO and you. Yet you choose to become a victim. What kind of a fool does that part? When you look at 2010 election between two parties where Tomyokshikano party tilts towards NATO, Yanukovych tilts toward Russia, you can look at the vote percentage given you. That vote percent gives you an answer that your party has been compromised by a third country influence, whether it is NATO or whether it is Russia. Please understand, this country influence forces, please understand them. They are breaking you. I will give you another example. Second example. Minute after the president has been gone away, the interim government formed on 21st Feb. They literally passed the law which was discriminatory, which says Russian language is banned in Ukraine. This is another example of third party influence. Tilts towards a NATO. Instead, government and a people should have been neutral towards Russian speaking, which resulted into Russian speaking will obviously think and consider that Ukraine don't consider them as their part. You just did what Stalin did in 1935. It's the same thing. Only the timeline has been changed and the name has been changed. It's the same thing, the discrimination. Right, sir? Where Ukrainian government and its people should have been a centric instead of choosing side. While choosing side, it comes with the consequences. It comes with the reciprocals, which you are seeing right now. The consequences are, look at the timeline. Attacks, militants, problems, so much chaos going on, and yet you choose to remain one-sided. Now we know the problem. Now we will talk about the solution. What has done till date cannot be changed, but to learn from it. I hope you understand this point. I don't stay in Ukraine, so you are the best people to find a solution to the problems. I don't stay in Ukraine, so you are the best people to find a solution to the problems which had shown or put in front of you. Only you. Look, my Ukrainian family, please understand extremism thought is a never ending greedy fire. Those who touch it, it consumes them no matter how good you are at your heart. It should be only used at war cry, but not on your own brothers, on your own people. That's our dharma. That's your dharma. Ukraine needs a centric government of youngster who puts its nation and its people interest first. That's the answer of true democracy, where no one is above or below within their own country. Second, Ukraine needs a powerful leader, which Ukraine already have. But the opposition party needs to stop taking side and stand firm on centric-minded decision. Third, on militant area mentioned above, give them a reservation seat in school, colleges, government jobs, or in private job it's needed. But that also put a timeline, a deadline over there while passing this particular law, so that situation like what is currently happening in India won't happen. Make a law which will automatically dissolve itself, so that no third party or a ruling party should use it to gain a vote. Fourth, open a school and a hospital, provide food at a cheaper rate, pass the law to make them feel as their own country. That's the only way you can counter the militants. 5. Stop discrimination. If the government can't do it, we as a family or a citizen should take the responsibility or a call via different foundations. Remember, your so-called peace agreement of Belarus is not going to make any difference. It haven't made in past, it will not make in future. The only thing which can counter this particular thing, militant part, is you make them feel as your own. Everything has a timeline. Everything has a time. Wait for the right moment. Wait for the right moment. Don't go with the flow. This is my humble request. And for Crimea, it's a long war. Increase your soft power in the people of Crimea. They will automatically come back to you. I know these people have been fed with so much of negativity. Start with opening of water, drinking water. I hope you both have understood the problem. I have tried my best to stop the fight between my families. All I can do is a request you all through this video. But if you don't act now, then the history will repeat herself, and it will be only a matter of time. The process has already started, but only Ukraine can lead the way with the good governance. If you think, how do I know? The answer is simple: family. And for Russia, I have an unconditional love for you and a respect. I do it with the open heart. But that does not mean I should stand and support you in your wrongs. For Crimea, I stand by Ukraine. And for other 4 regions, I don't stand with both of you, as you both failed. One is failed to make them as their own, and the other one is using them just to achieve his goal of hurting each other. Proxy war. Hence, that's all I want to say. Hence, I rest my case. If I have hurt your feelings, then I'm really sorry. But all I want you to, both of you, to stop this bloodshed. Total count till date people have given their life is this from both sides. See you in the next video. Jai Hind, Vande Mataram, and long live our family.